What about it, people? What about it? What about it? Get your butt on in here. It is Tuesday morning. Hey, guess what? It's March. Whole new month. Brand new month. Come on. Get up in here. It is March 1st. Man, we are already 2 months down in 2022. Man, I don't even know where to start with you people. But come on, get your cup of coffee. Hey, wake the kids, phone the neighbors. It's the Yo Bro Show. That's right, Jackson. Tell me about it, brother. I don't know what he's over. I don't know what he's over. What are you on about over there? What are you on about? What's going on with you? There we go. I gotta get my ticker going. There we go. Boom. All right. Hey. Yo. By the way, I've started getting. I'm gonna share this with you guys. This is awesome. Every morning I get a text message now from Corey when he gets up. He's started his job up there in Pennsylvania. Still living at the Hope Center. He graduates in November, but every morning he gets up before dawn, and he sends me a note. And it says, every single day the past 2 weeks, I've gotten this text message from Corey that says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Bam! There we go. Corey James Davey, my wingman. Doing a little time. No, he did time a couple of years ago. He was in the Slam. Now he's in the Hope Center rehabbing, and he's doing great. And I know you guys are always asking about how's Corey. Corey's doing great, and I cannot wait for him to get out because I think he's got a lot of things. left to do. Hey, this is your Yo Bro Show. And for those of you who are new, and I don't know, see what I think happens is I think people come by and they're new, and all y'all in the chat scare them. I think you intimidate people. I think they don't know what to think because there's all this stuff going on over here. So if you're new, just say hi in the chat. These people won't bite. We've all known each other. Some of us are new. Some of us have been around a couple of years. It's okay. It's okay. I'm Trey. This is my mission. My ministry, if you will, to basically encourage, entertain, and accidentally possibly inspire you to kick off your day in a positive way with a little positive mojo, baby. Yeah. That's what we do here on the Yo Bro Show. Started the show a couple of years ago with my boy Corey from a place formerly known as the Rockin' Little Farmhouse, which is now gone. And it's kind of funny because we had this really cool set, and I had like an awesome camera and all this great equipment and stuff. But hey, now we just do it from the tiny house of rock. And when I tell you guys it's a tiny house, I mean like you're looking at half my house right now. This is my dining room / office, and there's most of the kitchen right there. This is what we do. There you go. Here you go. Shout out to who's on here this morning. Good morning, Jill. Hey, Pastor Fred. There's Miss Sarah up in Buffalo, New York. There's Marcus. What's up? Terry Lee. Yo-ho. Uh-oh. Man, bad Rob Langston in the house. Good morning, brother. Hey, Rick. Broken Chains in the house. What's up, Michael Curtis, my wingman? Hello, Carrie Simmons, Arizona in the house. Man, what is up? There's Marlena. There's Carrie Dahl. All right, there we go. All right, so I got kind of, you guys know, I hate to say, I've been getting kind of preachy lately. Maybe it's time. I don't know that maybe it's not time for me. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I gotta preach coming at some point. I don't know. I might have a preach coming, and unfortunately for you guys. That means that it's going to be you guys because I don't have another venue at the moment. But that being said, let me think how to organize my thoughts this morning. I have I ventured out on a new endeavor. that I'm going to tell you guys more about later. But for those of you guys who are patrons on the Patreon page, you've already seen a little bit of this. And for you guys that are on the Yobro show, I'm going to let you in on this too. But I'm going to be having a little event. I'll probably be ready to do my first one at the end of March. So I'm going to let you guys kind of get in on the ground floor of this. It is not my For Life meeting. By the way, I got my Meet the Molecule meeting is tonight. If you're interested, you want to know more about that. The For Life products and supplements that I take that are like super, super healthy. I'm doing my sort of Zoom webinar for that tonight. But this is something different. I'm venturing out on my journey to become a positive force of motivation, inspiration, and helping people reach their goals. I'm branching out, and I can't tell you exactly necessarily how this is going to happen, but I have a couple of good ideas. But you guys are going to be my guinea pigs. And if you're part of my Patreon, in fact, now's a good time for me just to go ahead and go straight pimping. Hey, here you go. Like the page, subscribe over there on the YouTube, and share the content where you can, where you feel led. But most of all, hop on the Patreon page and become a patron. $5 a month keeps the equipment running and keeps the streaming service going and all these things like that. If you'd like to be a part of things, I posted my first patron-only video last week, and patrons are going to get first crack at a couple of things I've got working, but all of you guys at some point in time are going to be part of. You guys are going to be my lab rats. You guys are going to be my guinea pigs as I start the next chapter of my life, which may not come to full fruition for months, it may even be a year, but I'm starting. And here's the thing. I'll give you guys a little bit of a hint. I'm going to give you guys a hint, okay? But I'm not going to spill the whole beans because I don't know who all's watching. I am rereading a book by, you guys know Jon Acuff is my favorite author. I don't know if I made that abundantly clear when I was reading his Soundtracks book. If you know who Jon Acuff is, go to his webpage. Go to his webpage. Jon Acuff is my favorite author. He's terrific. He's funny and he's really good at getting to the meat and potatoes of things. And I'm reading a book called Quitter, and it's basically bridging the gap between your day job and your dream job. Now, I got this book in 2012, and I started reading it, and I got derailed by I know, there's sometimes people come up with excuses. Having my wife decide in the middle of reading that book that she wanted a divorce, not only in the middle of that book, but in the middle of a vacation to Jamaica, having my first wife decide she wanted to get divorced. So I was in Jamaica and we were in paradise and I'm reading this book and life is good. And then somehow or another, I ended up getting slapped with this whole I want a divorce thing. It kind of derailed me for a minute. All right, I'm not going to lie. 2012 was a tough year for your boy. Anyway, I picked this book back up and started reading it. And here's one of the things that I have that I came across that's not in the book, but it explains why so many of us have things that we want to do, and we have things that we feel like we're going to contribute to the world, things that we're going to do for God and the kingdom, and things that we're going to do for our communities, things we're going to do for our people right in our own little circle of friends in our family. There's a reason that sometimes we can't get off of go. We can't it's like you've got the dice in your hand, the Monopoly board is laid out in front of you, and for some reason you just don't ever get to the point where you roll the dice. And that is this. And I heard a guy say this. This is not in this book, but I heard a guy say this the other day, and I thought this was amazing. It's like this. The enemy is throwing everything he can at you. Okay? The enemy's putting up all these obstacles, and the enemy is putting everything he can in your way because he cannot stop you himself. The enemy cannot stop you himself. He can only make you stop yourself. I want you to think about that for a second. Whatever idea it is that you have, whatever piece of something that you want to do, it can be as simple as you feel led, and I use this example a lot of times, you feel led in your heart to give that homeless lady $20 because you got $20 and you know it means a lot more to her than it does to you. And you're led in your spirit to go and do that, but you don't. And for whatever reason, I'm just telling you, that's the enemy making you stop yourself because he can't stop you from doing that. Well, it's the same thing when you've got an idea. You've got something you want to do that's going to make the world a better place, whether it's the world inside your house, on your street, in your community, in whatever it is. The enemy cannot stop you. He can only make you stop yourself. And that hit me hard. I heard that was in one of those little motivational. I'm telling you, there's a YouTube channel called Motiversity. It's like motivation and university crammed together, and that's what I listen to when I'm running. And it's all kinds of different people. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger was on there yesterday, and he was talking about all the. He says, "What with this accent?" And I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be an actor and listen to this accent, and they were telling me I could never be an actor. And he said, and then he said, because I can't keep that accent up. And then he said, what's funny is, he said that James Cameron later said when he made the first Terminator, he said, if Arnold had not talked the way he talked in that very robotic, deliberate manner, with that almost, that with that thick accent, the Terminator movie would never have been as successful as it was. He made that soulless robot even scarier, things like that. So what's the thing that's tripping you up? God, I can't. This is one of those days where I must be talking a lot because my hat's moving around. Hey, Tim, Michelle, y'all send me some patch off stickum. I need some stickum for the inside of my hat. Anyway. The enemy's throwing everything he can at you because he can't stop you. He can only make you stop you. How about that? How about that? You got a mission in your life. You're out to help other people. You're out to help yourself, whatever it is. So I realized, okay, yeah. In 2012, the enemy popped me with two big ones. I got divorced and I lost my job of 13 years like that. And it took me years of building myself back up, putting myself back together before I finally got back to trying to embrace what it is that God put me on this earth to do, which is this. I was put on this earth to do one thing. And everybody's thing is different. You know what your thing is. And if you don't know what your thing is, I'm sure it probably won't be too hard for you to figure out. But God wired you to do a thing. Mine is encouraging people, making people smile. I had one of my friends, at the time I didn't know what he meant because I didn't know who Tony Robbins was, but one of my friends early on, like in my 20s or something like this, he said, all my friends, it's like having Tony Robbins running around with us. I didn't even know what that meant. I didn't know who Tony Robbins was. But that's my thing. What's your thing? And like I said the other day, like the old song says, love ain't love till you give it away. That's not how the song goes. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but hey, your gift is not really a gift till you share it. There you go. So whatever it is that you got, you need to hey, pitter patter, let's get at her. All right. Sorry. Let me back up here. I know I've missed some of you guys. Hey, Julie, good morning. Who else did I miss? There's Brandon Beauchamp up in here. There's Wes. What's up, my brother? Hey, have I missed anybody else? Mick Blankenship in the house. What's up, hey, buddy? Hey, buddy. What's up, buddy? All right. And Michael Curtis, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not my internet, but I do think, y'all, I'm overloading my computer. I'm afraid that my Mac might be screaming for help. I do believe my Mac might be screaming for help. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Anyway, your thing, whatever your thing is, and if you're not sure what your thing is, I don't think it's this big aha moment. I think you kind of know. It's one of those things that I heard another guy was that I heard speaking. I actually watched this entire speech one day. He said, if you want to know what your thing is that God wired you to do, what's something that you do that comes so easily to you, but other people are like, wow. Okay, maybe it's gardening. I don't know. Maybe you're a bean counter. Maybe you're maybe you're really, really good at accounting and math is like something that's easy to you. That can be a gift. That can be your gift. You don't know. I mean, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be something big and outward like talking on the interwebs or standing up on stage in front of people or talking and playing music. I mean, your gift can be anything that helps somebody else out. And the good news is, hey, listen, we all can't necessarily, I know that Paul talks about us all being the hands and feet, right? Well, you can't all be hands or feet, but we're all part of the body, right? And the eye can't do what the ear can do and all this stuff like that. That's in the New Testament. I don't remember exactly where. Somebody look it up. Anyway, But whatever that thing is that's in you, it's time to let it out. Yeah, the world's a big, scary place. And this is a whole nother speech for a whole nother day, but one of the things that I've been thinking about is every time I go out with Ryan and we do one of these speaking engagements where we go to one of these military fundraising type events, I hear all these people speak. I hear all these people speak that have overcome great adversity. I mean, I've hung out with people like Bobby Henline, the well done comedian. Look him up. He burnt 90% of his body, lost his arm, got hit with an improvised explosive device on the side of the road in Afghanistan. And he's one of the funniest human beings on the planet. And he speaks to people all the time. He's been through enormous tragedy. Ryan lost his brother and his brother-in-law in combat. My friend Barb's husband was murdered, for Pete's sake. I mean, I'm around all these people who've had these enormous things happen to them in their lives. And I think that sometimes I forget that just because you and I, and we've all endured tragedy of different things. We all, that life is just full of ups and downs, and there are tragic things in our lives. But just because you haven't had a single event or something like that doesn't mean that you are somehow disqualified from having a gift and sharing it with the world, whatever it is. I think sometimes for folks who've been through something like that, it fuels their fire to get out and help people. And I'm looking at you and I'm looking at myself in the mirror some days and going, what's my excuse? I haven't been through something huge and tragic like that necessarily, but should that keep us from sharing our gifts with the world? You know, I don't know. That's kind of, I don't know. I mean, that was kind of a dotted line of logic there, but hey, you've been with me a minute. You know, Cat, you are on my last nerve. Get out of. Anybody want a grumpy cat? Look at that face. Bye. God. Anyway. Hey, Michelle Clark, if you're watching, that wasn't a squirrel. That was a cat. Anyway. Anyway. Deep breath. All right. So, anyway, I'm going to make one more pass through here, and then we're going to pray. You know what? The Yo Bros have been shorter lately, and I think that's by design. There's only so much of me you ought to have to put up with first thing in the morning. Hey, Donald, good to be. Dude, newbie, thank you for saying hey. Y'all say hey to Donald, man. Glad to see you. Anyway, yeah. And he's a she, you know, Brandon. She, her name is Milo. Her name is Milo. Not my fault. Anyway, here we go. Oh, my gosh, Kelly. Kelly is in Mardi Gras in Mobile, Alabama. Atta girl. Right, Michael Curtis now. Cat. All right. There you go. Remember, the devil cannot stop you. He can only make you stop yourself. There you go. That's your lesson for today. Whatever you've got, whatever gift you're sitting on, it's time to let her loose. Because I'm finna let mine loose. It's going to take a minute, and I've got a few steps to take, but I'm finna let it loose. Y'all think this is bad? What's coming next? Let's go. Hey, I'm going to part your hair. Anyway, God, thank you for this group of people. Lord, I thank you so much that for whatever reason, you made me this hyper, that you made me this loud, Lord, and you gave me some type of propensity for doing videos. Lord, I just thank you for that you put in me. And Lord, I will not squander this gift. Lord, I ask blessings upon everybody here today that's watching. The folks who will watch later, we each have gifts in our own way. That we contribute in small ways, and some of us in bigger ways. But Lord, I know that you created us to do your work here, Lord. So I thank you for each and every, even small talent that any one of us on here has that we can share with our brothers and sisters. I ask for prayer. I pray for healing for the folks that need healing. Our sister Rhonda having surgery today. The folks who need emotional healing on here, you know who they are, Lord. And most of all, Lord, today I ask you to blow some spirit into our sails to get out there and be the bulb, to be the light, be the people that make a change in this dark world, Lord. The world seems to be getting darker instead of lighter, so it's up to us more than ever for us to be that one smile, that one kind word, that arm around somebody, just a sympathetic ear, or somebody that needs one of us today to lift them up. Lord, help us be those people. God, I ask all these things in Jesus' name, amen. There you go. There's your yo, bro. Look, and I beat your attention span by 2 minutes. Now let's see who got it. Who got it? I don't see anybody. There's no race today. Oh, there we go. Oh, Rob Langston and Marlena tied for the Are We Still On today. Look at you guys. Hey, look at you guys. Hey, look at you guys. And guess what? Look at this. Please say hello to our sponsors and some of our friends. And if you'd like to see your name in lights, you too can become a patron for just $5 a month, keeping this ministry and this mission on the road. Go visit patreon.com/Tiny House of Rocks.
You keep me up all night to see the morning light. My heart's running wild. I never felt so alive. There's only so much time. The clock won't unwind. Holding on so tight. Don't wanna say goodbye. I don't